no cover band in comedy. Like if you also are,
you don't sell the same jokes.
No. There's not a cover band. Even if you're doing a cover band in the world of music, you're just a cover band. Here's Tommy, by the way.
Yay!
Let's get him on. Tommy, can you hear me, sir?
Hey, buddy.
Hey!
All right.
Tommy Davidson is here.
Welcome to Ham Radio.
By the way,
back.
Yeah, welcome. He's a two-timer.
Yeah,
Tommy Davidson has been here now on the show twice. And we are in respect and in awe that you've decided to do it again.
Yeah.
You feel special.
And we love you.
Wow.
That's terrible taste. That's why it's bad.
No. We're not that bad. We don't suck that bad. Well, my point...
One more visit?
Yeah. Just the fact that you lowered your standards enough is good for us, sir.
Sure.
I have so much to talk to you.
I'm a repeat offender.
You're a repeat offender, sir, and I repeat, he will offend again.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, though, there's so much crap that we didn't get into on the last time we had you on that I got to talk to you about. Number one, off the top, because it was on the other day, and I have to bring it up to you, Strictly Business was on.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to tell you, everybody in this movie is so goddamn young. It's crazy. Halle Berry's like, I think, 12. I don't know what the hell's going on there. You're fresh off.
I was 11.
You were 11. He just had his bat mitzvah. It was great. And then the guy that was on the Cosby Show, who played Denise Huxtable's husband, is the other lead, and I don't know his name. It throws me off if someone wants to.
Joseph C. Phillips.
All right, great guy, because I was just blown away, like, that your movie career, even though you did a buttload of movies, I'm not saying, but you should have been a lead in a whole bunch of movies after that movie. That movie is so underrated of how good it is. Like, so was that your first movie?
That was my first movie, and I meant to do that. I wanted that movie. You know, I had a lot of choices, but I loved that script. It just I felt like it set up the rest of my career.
It probably did, because let me tell you, I have seen that movie 9 million times, and I know it was kind of developed for the black audience, and everyone will say that, blah, blah, blah. Dude, I'm a white guy from the suburbs. Watch that movie. First off, I watch it because Halle Berry is fucking amazing. That's number one. Number two,
right.
Tommy Davidson, you steal the show in the movie. First off, you do comedic stuff with the boss when you're going back and forth with the guy. You try to make the guy from the Huxtables there less stuck up and more loose and everything else. Everything in that movie works so well. That's what I'm saying. It's a very underrated movie, but it was on the other day, and it was before I even thought about, hey, Tommy's coming on because he's doing the thing at Sony Hall. I'm like, literally had. That's one of those movies when it's on, I got to stop. I got to watch that movie again. Like, if it's on, no matter where in the movie it is, I'm going to sit and watch the rest of it, or I'm going to hopefully catch it in the beginning. So, thank you for that, and thank you for having a movie career, because you went on to do 9 million other movies. Like, everyone wants to talk to you about Ace Ventura and all that other stuff. Strictly Business is where we're at.
Nah, but me it's Booty Call, Booty Call, and Woo.
Very
Booty
good.
Call.
Yeah, man.
The dynamic with you.
Thank you, man.
And Jamie Foxx. I always, from this day moment, Living Single. Living Color.
Living Color.
Living Color.
In
that
Living Color,
sketch with you and Jamie Foxx in the massage table.
Yes.
Oh my God!
That to the day that I die is
you going hard now.
Every sketch with you and you and him, especially I think it was the one with the matching game, the dating game. Yeah. The dating game when classic. That I saw a blooper how Jim Carrey and David Allen Greer was laughing because I guess you guys didn't see Jamie dressed up beforehand. And it caught you guys off guard.
The first time you ever saw it, we just freaked out.
And for
especially me, touching me. You know what I mean?
For me, I grew up with In Living Color.
Well, In Living Color, but that's the thing. In Living Color, because everyone wants to talk about the legacy of SNL and blah blah blah. In Living Color, people don't even understand. In Living Color, first off, was in prime time on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. It wasn't like it wasn't 11:35 on a Saturday. It was
Right.
Prime time, and you would, no matter what, and it was the coolest thing. You talk about it the next day at school. You talk about it if you were at work. You talk like, hey, did you see that skit with Fire Marshal Bill or Wanda or the production guys, Funky Finger Production?
Yeah.
Right. Bam.
All that. You would never, like, I remember I had an uncle who recorded the first ever episode and was showing it at a party. Remember when Damon and
Keenan
did the Homeboy Shopping Network?
Yeah.
And I was a kid.
Yeah,
and I was like, holy shit, this is like something. I was a little kid and knew this is way cooler and speaking to me and speaking to the demographic and speaking to than SNL would ever do. And that's the thing, like, people don't understand how life-changing that show was for people.
The thing is that in the black community, those characters are real life characters.
They're real people, yeah.
Because when he played the old man that had advice for everybody and shit, you know, over there on Central and Jefferson and all kind of shit. Those were real life characters, man. Those are guys we knew from the neighborhood, man. That's what was great about this show.
Yep.
Well,
that's what made it even funnier.
I mean, Tommy, definitely, you had, by the way, a very interesting upbringing. This is another thing I wanted to get into with you. Speaking of, like, inspiration for characters and things like that, I heard a rumor, and I want to make sure if it's accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You were abandoned as a child. Am I correct with this? And then they
yes, I was.
And that was your mother, the woman that you feel is your actual mother, and she is your actual mother. That was the woman that found you, right?
Yep.
And you were dead, right?
Yep.
That's the crazy. Like,
basically, I mean, I wasn't dead, but I was on my way.
Yeah, you were on like death's door, and and she didn't.
Yeah.
Weren't you? And this is yet again part of the rumor. So now you're telling me it's accurate. Were you found inside of a car tire?
No, I wasn't. I was found. I was in a trash heap.
Oh, a trash heap.
And
wow.
Yeah, and she said to herself, something told her to lift the tire that was on the top.
Oh.
So when she lifted the tire up, she saw my foot hanging out.
You're lucky.
So from there, she moved the trash out of the way, and I was laying there, and I had a T-shirt on that said, "I'll be president," in 2-0, and the rest was ripped.
Wow.
Holy. Yep. And from there, I was taken to the hospital, nursed back to health, and then I grew up until 5 in Fort Collins, Colorado, and Laramie, Wyoming.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that they were black and they were white and I was black.
Yeah, you didn't think anything. You just thought you were that was your family. You were like, holy crap, I have sisters and I have, whatever. Right. And you didn't think anything of it, because that's the interesting part of the story. That part I knew is that Tommy grew up. He had a white family, and he didn't even know. This is the part that I did know. The most interesting part, after they had moved and blah 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 blah, Tommy didn't know what the N-word meant. He didn't know what the hell he didn't know he was black. He had, like, his mother had to explain it to him. And then he even, the best part of that story, because I heard that in an interview that you did, where because you learned your colors from crayons. Mm-hmm. So you didn't even understand when someone said, "No, you're black," and he's like, "I'm not black, I'm brown." Like, he was a kid. He didn't know it. It's the innocence of a child, like, right there.
That's what yeah. And I thought we were like animals because I grew up in farms and stuff like that. Yeah. So we saw a lot of litters. So, a brown dog could have 2 black puppies and a white one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And color didn't mean anything, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I'm a brown one of whatever we are.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You are literally...
whatever animal we are, I'm a brown one.
You are literally the definition, though, Tommy. Like, you know how, like, they say that comedy is from tragedy?
Right.
Like they say, pain and suffering makes that's the funniest fucker in the room. And you know what? Tommy Davidson is the funniest fucker in the room. Whenever you see him on stage, he steals the show. Whenever you see him in the movie, he steals the show.
Watch out, boy.
Exactly. He's got a lot of shit in there, sir. That's what he's got. He unleashes. That's what I'm saying. That's amazing.
Well,
dude. What a story.
Your comedy stays with you.
It is the truth about me too. You know.
No, I know you're not making it up.
Is.
I know that you lived it. That's a crazy man. That's why, by the way, Tommy has a beautiful wife.
Thank you.
You have a beautiful. You're married to a white woman. God bless you. Beautiful white woman. Congratulations on that, because that's what I'm saying. This man does not see color in the same way other people see color, and he has a beautiful wife. And other guys who see color would have passed up on that beautiful woman. Because they were like, I'm not dating a white woman. Blah, 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 blah.
Not really. Sometimes.
Right. Some do, though. Some do.
But when you think about that, we all became different colors because of that.
Exactly.
You know, when a band of human beings that were one color looked over the lake at another color of humans, the girls said, the guys look kind of good over there. And the guys said, the girls look good over there. That's how we became different colors.
And then somebody put on some Barry White.
It's really an illusion because the different color is what made us attracted to them. It's almost like almost like Darwin's theory of natural selection.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, wow, I can have offspring that will be a whole different color. It's a desirable thing.
I wish more people saw it that way.
I mean?
That's the thing, Tommy. That's why.
Yeah.
I think you relate to so many different cultures and people and everything. You relate to the human race because you are everything. You are everything. You've had all those experiences. You've had all that stuff. You relate to everybody, and that's how you can create those characters that were in living color. You look at you don't see things the same way everyone else does, which makes you. You're like a weapon of comedy because of that. You're armed and fully loaded. By the way, Tommy, yet again, is going to be Tommy Davidson one-night engagement at Sony Hall. For more information, go to SonyHall.com. It's on.
Get it.
Let's get it. Tommy Davidson, August 13th. The doors open at 6 p.m. The show is at 8 p.m. It's 235 West 46th Street, 212-997-5123 for further details.
Okay.
I have another question that I do have to ask you. Because I legitimately, and I wanted to ask you this the last time you were on the show, I'm a late-night historian. I love late-night TV shows. So Johnny, Jay, Dave, everybody, except for Kimmel. But everybody else, I don't like Kimmel. I don't like Kimmel. Tommy, you can like Kimmel. I don't like it.
Everybody gets a choice.
Everyone gets a choice. Yeah. I got to ask, were you brought in to save... Remember when Magic Johnson, by the way, everybody in the show here? Yeah. Remember when Magic Johnson had a late-night talk show, The Magic Hour?
Yeah.
They brought in Tommy Davidson to save that show. How the hell did that happen, by the way? I understand, like, you want the best, you get the best. I understand that, but how did that happen?
But Magic's smart.
Yes.
You know, he just said, hey, I need a little bit more help. You know what I mean? And, but the difference was that this wasn't athletics. So there's no win and lose in TV. You win when you stay on.
That's it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the real business move was to put me in as host and keep ownership of the show.
Now, was there ever any talk, because you, yet again, like you always do, you're a thief. You steal the show. You steal the show. No matter where he is, he's a criminal.
Absolutely.
He's a criminal. If you like Tommy Davidson, he's like, you know what Tommy is? By the way, whoever has never seen Tommy Davidson perform, get off your ass and go to Sony Hall, and it's going to be money well spent. Go see the show. It's only one night. It's August 13th. But he's like, if you can physically think of it as if you put like one of those spinning tops on the stage, and you pull the ripcord, and it goes, it just goes all over the place. He 9 million topics, every joke hits. I've never seen the man bomb. Every joke hits. It's worth the price of engagement. So were there ever talks when you were yet again stealing the show on the Magic Hour? Was there ever going, holy shit, we need to get Tommy Davidson his own show, and we need to get Magic out and put Tommy in as the lead dog? Because that happened with Arsenio with the other thing. So
Rivers,
it's possible that, you know, so was there ever any talks about that?
I'm sure that they were.
I'm sure that they were.
I'm sure they were, just based on the reality of what was happening. You know?
Yeah, that show.
So it really was about the show setup. You know, it was his show. It was set up for his piece of business and all that stuff. But
I just don't.
When I look,
yeah.
When I look back on it, it really came down to a business decision. Would you rather keep your show on the air and replace yourself, or would you just get out of there and take the whole thing with you?
Mm.
You know?
Yeah. No, I get
and
what
that
you
was
mean.
kind of but that would be some really keen thinking, though. That would be some really genius thinking because, you know, it is your show. You know, I think that Magic got to a point where he's the most genius businessman ever.
Oh, no. Business-wise,
you know what I mean?
if it was a boardroom or a basketball court, he had it covered.
He had a great smile.
Right.
Yeah, but if you're in front of a camera doing a live show, it's not. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's two
but
different
unlike
things.
him at the Lakers, he didn't pass the ball.
No. He definitely ball hogged on that one. Yeah.
Yeah. But that, you know, hey, you know, he's a winner. You know, and athletics is different than entertainment.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure
because
is, yeah.
you know, if we bomb, we can go back on stage.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you lose the Super Bowl, it's forever.
Yep.
It's on tape. We gonna watch
Buffalo.
You know what I mean?
You ain't going to Disneyland, motherfucker. You done lost.
Yeah. You know, you getting watching yourself get your ass kicked from a game that happened in '57.
Yeah.
I just wanted it could be the reason why I asked because first and foremost, I just could not imagine the Fox boardroom because the first thing they went was, I have an idea for a late night show. What do you want to do? Chevy Chase.
Well,
what?
Yeah, no.
Nothing worked on Fox.
Yeah.
Joan Rivers didn't work on Fox either.
Yeah, but that's a whole Johnny fucked that up. That with Joan, they wouldn't let if you were on Joan's show, you couldn't be on the Tonight Show. Tonight Show had more clout, but then somebody else had to go. I have a better idea. What's your idea, Phil?
Right.
Hey, guess what? Magic Johnson. What?
Well, he was arguably.
Right.
No,
very
great
popular.
Great guy, great smile. Don't even
Yeah.
give a shit about the HIV. None of that. I'm not talking about anything. This guy is nowhere near an entertainer. When you have it literally was like putting. When you have Tommy Davidson, they got to call in to save the show. That's number one, Bill. You see then the difference between. Look, I'll tell you right now. Tommy Davidson was Coke Classic. Magic Johnson was New Coke.
Correct.
Okay, so and you're going to notice the difference, right?
They did that with Reggie Miller too.
Yeah, he's going hard today. He's going hard.
Yeah, they did that with Reggie Miller. Just that he was only in the Indiana area and stuff like that. They only marketed him in Indiana, but they did it with Reggie Miller too. It didn't work.
No.
You know, but it goes to show you can't give everybody a show. They think just because somebody's famous, they could carry a TV show or radio.
Well, that's what it brings us back to the Haktuya girl that we were talking about before. Literally, when you have guys like Tommy Davidson, though, 60 years old, will still kick the shit out of any young comic walking the earth. There's you know what I mean?
Oh, no.
That's what I'm saying. There's talent, and then there's just flash in the pan. Yeah. So you can't put all your marbles in flash in the pan because when you have guys like this that are still out there that are probably going to sell out Sony Hall, so get your tickets now, by the way, you're not going like I was just saying it the other day. Yesterday I was hanging out with Mark Curry, who did Sony Hall last night, right?
Woo,
yes, love it.
Unbelievable.
Outstanding. And even he was in shock that people knew who the hell he was. I'm like, you were fucking hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Right.
Do you understand? Like, I don't think that
time goes by, man.
Yeah, I know, but some things linger, Tommy. Like in Living Color will always be on people's brains with you.
We have to respect. We have to respect those who went before us.
And lucky me, boy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we have to respect those who went before us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the thing is, I want to say this. First of all, thanks for coming back, because the last time I talked with you,
Tommy Davidson,
I didn't know if you remembered, but me and you met a couple of times at Sirius XM, and you told me I look like Eddie Levert. Okay. and we were singing a couple of Eddie Levert songs and shit, you know. Right. Yeah, you are my son, you know, sunshine. Not you are my son, but sunshine.
Right.
Yeah.
You're the sweetest thing I know. Yeah, there's that, right? But anyway, I wanted to tell you why I feel this man is great.
Please do.
This man can go on another person's show who is more famous at the time, probably, and steal the show.
Exactly.
And not just steal the show, but they talk about that character more than they do, just as much they talk about Jerome. I'm talking about Martin.
Yeah.
That Vernell.
Yeah. You talking about
forget it,
boy.
bro. And then they got a sneak preview. They got a sneak preview of you doing a talk show. I don't know what came first, that one or Magic's, but they got a sneak preview of how you could host a talk show, because in that show, he was a talk show host.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, a famous talk show host. But they talk about his character just as much as they talk about Jerome and Shanae and all that. Varnell, forget it, bro. And I loved it. And the 2 songs he did, amazing.
Yeah, who can take the children?
Yeah, that. But I love when you was on the stage and you were singing "Shaboing Boing." What was "Shaboing Boing"? That would have me crying, boy.
Yeah, I went off in that.
And do the Cabbage Patch.
Well, Tommy Davidson does the best. We had him do it last time he was here. He does the best Sammy Davis Jr. In the business. There is no more. There is only one, and it's Tommy Davidson. And I've seen other people do it, and they're not. And just by throwing in "shaboing boing," we'll stay with you forever.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, Tommy's laughing at us.
You guys are charging my battery.
Damn right.
I just got to give you flowers, sir. I got to give you flowers.
No, flowers.
I grew up,
man. I'll take them too, man.
I grew up.
One of the things I've been able to maintain is versatility, man.
Absolutely.
You know, I now moved into smooth jazz with music.
Yes.
Nice.
You know, I moved into authoring.
Cool.
You know, I expanded in animation.
Mm-hmm. Proud family and the Prouder family. Yeah.
Yeah, just all inclusive. Just really have been able to have a full ride in a one-way trip. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now, once again, like I said, I thank you for my youth. Thank you for being
man,
that bright light when I was growing up with In Living Color.
Well, we found John's dad. It's Tommy Davidson.
You know, without In Living Color, we wouldn't have the Super Bowl.
True.
The Super Bowl halftime show.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have had our shit last year.
Yeah, you guys were you guys pushed the NFL to do this, and I appreciate that.
Yes, we did.
From all your movies, from Bamboozle to Woo, recently to Outlaw. What is it? Outlaw?
Something black.
Yeah,
it's about Black Dynamite, but in the Old West, which was
Black Dynamite.
Yeah, Black Dynamite. He was in Black Dynamite.
You got me. You had me. You had me laughing in Juwanna Man. Juwanna Man.
Yeah, Juwanna Man.
You've been the greatest, sir.
Okay, goddamn.
Smoky smoke. You're the greatest, man. And I'm proud I'm able to listen to you and just give you your flowers. And thank you very much, sir.
Well, give me some props. I booked them.
You get your props.
Thank you. I mean,
get your props later.
Look, I knew. Give me some flowers. I knew that Tommy Davidson, because he's a criminal, he always steals the show. I knew he would steal the show even here tonight. That's why I'm like, we have to have him on. We have to have Tommy on for a second time. You damn right. Burger robble.
See, that's the thing. You have your own style, and I know you developed that over the years. But who were your idols?
Mine were Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Charlie Fleischer.
Nice.
Jim was an influence on me as a stand-up. And then Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those were the bomb to me.
Those were great.
You know, and I got taught by all of them. I learned. Nice. I evolved from watching all of them because I had a chance to. I was in the clubs with Billy Crystal. I was in the clubs with Whoopi. I was in the clubs with Seinfeld before he had a show, with Roseanne before she had a show, with Rosie O'Donnell before she had a show, with Arsenio before he had a show, Michael Keaton before he had a show, with Tom Hanks before he had a show. I was in the comedy clubs, and at a young age, you know. So I got to see all of them. Sam Kinison, Andrew Dice Clay come to prominence.
Man, I know the stories you could tell.
It wasn't until about probably about 15 years into my career, maybe more, that people like Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart even got on the scene.
Yeah,
they weren't even there yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were watching you. They were watching you.
He wasn't there yet.
What about
he wasn't even there. The Kings of Comedy, they weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Which always made me laugh.
They weren't even there yet.
Why weren't you one of the Kings of Comedy?
Political.
Because I didn't want to dress like a pastor.
Yeah. Honesty. Oh, wait. So wait.
But he would look sharp in a pastor's
He
suit.
would. Come on, the guy's a good-looking guy. He can wear shiny sequins and still pull it off.
Oh yeah. I can't move in that.
No.
If you ever see my stand-up, I'm always in an outfit where I can move.
Yeah, I told you he's like a whirling dervish.
Yeah.
You know, he's always on there.
Yeah, I'm like a
spinning top of comedy.
Yeah, karate and I'm doing kung fu. You know what I mean?
All right, so since you are friends, you are friends with Mark Curry, and okay, so because I didn't really get to ask Mark this the other day, so I'm going to ask you. The whole thing with him and Steve Harvey, were you at least adjacent to all that stuff that was going on?
No, I've always kind of lived in my own universe.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
You know, when I did stand up, I was never on Def Jam or any of these, or Kings of Comedy. I was me. You know, I had my own special.
Yeah.
You know, I had my own tour. You know, I was me, and that's one of the things that that really I'm really proud of, because I had my own stand-up comedy trajectory. You know, I'm coming with what was that on HBO? I didn't come up with a One Night Stand Crowd.
No, the Young Comedian special.
With
Rodney,
Comic View crowd.
Yeah,
Comic View. I didn't come up in any of those. I always came up. I always performed as Tommy Davidson.
Yeah. That's when you burst onto the scene.
That made me better, but that's just the way that I came into it.
No,
right.
It still makes you. It still makes you one hell of a talent. Yeah.
Extra
it's like
hard
Bruce Lee
work.
walking into a karate school. You know what I mean? you know, everybody knows karate, and then he walks in with kung fu.
What? Doing his little dojo. We're doing some spanking.
Right.
I imagine.
Outside.
Who's that? We got from the audience. Someone has that. All right.
We are not big men.
Are they asking? All right. One question before, because I was trying to wrap it up, but we got a question from the audience. What's the question about though with Sinbad?
How's he doing?
Oh, how's he doing? Do you have a medical update about Sinbad? How is he doing post stroke?
He's doing good.
All right, good.
He's doing good. He's still progressing.
Good.
He's still here with us. You know.
Oh no, he's still. And I saw him on stage. Sharp ass. Still has the sharp brain. It's working fine.
Yeah. He's still doing. He's still here.
Good. You know? That's what we need. We need good comics to stick around, no matter what.
Yeah, man, and a great friend and a great comic too.
Absolutely.
And a great person.
Well, look, Tommy, you've been on my show twice, so I'm going to pretend like I can call you a good friend.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Can I borrow $10?
Why did I know that was coming?
Because I'm Poe. That's why. You can at another time when we meet up. you can give me the $10 right now. Save it for yourself. I know you got a lot of money. I know because you've been in the business for so long and you've done so much good stuff. You hold it for me. I'll get it later. As long as I just get to call you a good friend, that's all I can say. And maybe we'll make it 3 times one time. And
he gets a jacket.
By the way, you get not a jacket. I don't get that much money.
The T-shirt.
We'll make a 3-way shirt for you, and then the third time's the charm. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Tommy Davidson.
On the star scale, I think I'm about a 70.
Yes, thank you.
I'm more famous than my math teacher and less famous than Michael Jackson.
Actually, yeah, he's right.
Everybody's less famous than Michael Jackson.
I would think.
Yeah.
All right.
I might be. His math teacher might beat me in the famous department.
Yeah.
One night engagement at Sony Hall at SonyHall.com for further details. Tommy Davidson will be there. August 13th.
2 weeks away.
Yep. Doors open at 6 p.m. The show is at 8 p.m. By the way, Sony Hall located 235 West 46th Street, right there in New York City. 212-997-5123. If you need to call them up. If not, go to SonyHall.com. Like I said, get your tickets now. They're going to sell out. Oh, yeah. Anytime you can see this man on stage, I've told you, he's a criminal. Because he steals the show every time. And it's a good thing because it's his show. Live on the 13th at Sony Hall. Please get off your seats. Raise your freaking hands. Give me a round of applause for the one and only Tommy Davidson being on the show tonight. Tommy.
Man.
Dude.
Thank you, guys.
No. Thank you, sir. Even though it was a little delayed, we got a little screwed up on the phones. Doesn't matter. It happened.
Yeah, we worked it out, though.
You're damn right we did, sir. You are a legend, and I thank you for being on my show, sir. Anytime.
Man, thank you, guys.
All right.
Absolutely.
My brother. Take it easy, my brother.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy Davidson.
Come on out to the show, too.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. August 13th, live at Sony Hall.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty good night. I can
feel it already. Feel it in my bones already.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, guys.
Take care. All
right, we do have to go to a break because we passed a break.
Yeah.
So to get us back on track, we'll go to break. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Tommy Davidson.